dies, that's something that he must do. Regardless of race and economic background, upbringing, where you grew up at in this country, before you die, that's something that every man must do. So damn it, let's talk about it. Before every man dies, he must master something. He has to master something. He's so masterfully good at it that it's a skill set that he can take anywhere that he goes in order to open up his world of options. Has to be able to be masterful at something and then be able to exercise that particular skill set, take care of himself, take care of his family, able to compete anywhere in the world, really. That's how good and that's how serious that skill that you master is. For me, it has always been engineering, mechanics, mechatronics. Naturally. For you, it may be something different, but I want to tell a story real quick, and I won't take too much of you all's time. There was a time when I had a new boss. This new boss felt like he knew more than I did. If he did, I really wouldn't care, but I'm so confident in what I do that I really wasn't too worried about it. On paper, he had everything that you would think that a company would look for. He had the advanced degrees, he had master's degrees and bachelor's degrees and all of these different accolades. What did I have? Experience and data. What we talk about in the red pill space, data, statistics. That's what I had. New boss took it upon himself to make my day a lot harder than what it should have been because he wouldn't listen, because he felt like he was the smartest guy in the room. Anybody who's ever been in leadership will tell you, or anyone who's ever been in leadership knows that that's one of the worst things you can do when you are taking on a new team, or if you are starting at a new place of business, or if you are around a bunch of other people that are subject matter experts. The worst thing you can do is automatically assume that you're the smartest guy in the building and have an issue with listening. This had been my first rodeo with this guy, but I said, let me give him a fair shot. Deep down, I knew it wasn't going to work. Cultural differences, language barriers, perception, view of the world, time in the business, the way that we run our business. I knew it was only a matter of time. The importance of mastering something. Number one, I was blessed, or I've been blessed to know what I'm naturally good at. And then every chance that I've had, I've watered that skill set. I've tried different things. I've failed. I've succeeded. I've exceeded expectations over and over again. I've trained other people to do the same thing and watched them be successful. So I have a lot of proof that my philosophy and my system works. Maybe this guy has a different background and maybe he has a different story and he believed that what he does works, but you're coming into my domain. So I've already proven what I need to prove over here. Make a long story short, it's important for you to master something because you may have to stand on it. Imagine having a skill set that you can exploit and that you can take out on the open market and you can earn a pretty good living with it. You can open yourself up to all of the ideas that you have in your head that you have to fund. Some of them you'll be successful at, some of them you'll fail at, but you at least want to be able to give yourself the option to be able to exercise those ideas. Be able to exercise those ideas, and maybe it's one that gives you financial freedom. As men, as long as we are living on this rock, floating through space, you gotta have a skill that you master. So the story goes. I believed one thing, my boss at the time believed another. He stood his ground, I stood mine. I was so convinced that I was right that I put in a letter of resignation. I put in a letter of resignation because, number one, I didn't give a shit about whether or not it went through or not. Either way, I was good with it. I'm so convinced, and I have so much confidence in what I'm saying that somebody gonna have to prove something. For right now, it's my turn. I gotta prove it. And I'll do that for you. You think you right, I think I'm right. Let's put it on the wood, make the gambling good. Put in a letter of resignation, walked into the human resources office. I said, hey, how's it going? She said, everything is great. How are you? I said, I am great. I wanted to get with you. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I wanted to turn in this letter of resignation, let you guys know that I appreciate all the opportunities. I've enjoyed my time here. Feel like I've run my course. Whoever you guys bring in as a replacement, I'll be more than happy to train them and get them up to speed. Let me know how much time you need, and I'll try and be as flexible as possible to make sure that the business does not miss a step. The people that I've trained a few levels down, they are proficient. They have all the skills that they need to be able to take their career to the next level. And if there is ever a time to resign, now would be the perfect time. True story. Then I got a text message from my boss's boss. He said, hey, when you get a minute, can you stop by? Sure, no problem. Stop by the office. Hey, go ahead and close the door, man. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Oh, nothing's going on. You know, I have my business outside of here. I spend a lot of time here trying to make sure that we're doing really good work here. I enjoy working here, but it's not my job to convince you guys that I'm good at what I do, but it is my responsibility to take this skill set out on the open market and prove it to myself. That's the importance of mastering something, being really, really good at it, and showing that you're really, really good at it, putting that shit on the wood. Ultimately, what ended up happening, they said, what's your number? Name my number. They gave me my number, and they moved my boss at the time to another department. Less than a year later, his bitch ass quit. That's my story for the night. Big bro gonna catch up with y'all. Y'all be good. Bet.